How's everyone doing today? Welcome back to the channel. Guys, Tesla stock is now over $1,100. That is crazy. So this morning it's up 4%. Yesterday it was up another 8 or so percent. So in the last week it's up almost basically 18% for the week, which is crazy because it went from like high 900s all the way up to literally 1,100 and now $22. And that is crazy. I guess the reason was that they actually raised the price target 160%. That is crazy. If I can get rid of these ads, basically, yeah, I guess just analysts raised the price, but this is all stemming from obviously the battery day that's coming up and also the earnings that's coming up as well. A lot of people expecting to have better earnings, which we got to see what's going to happen there. Right before we jump into it, if you haven't already, make sure to sign up for Webull. I'm going to have a link down in my description. Pretty much, if you guys sign up using my link, you'll get 2 free stocks. So just sign up, make a brokerage account. You got to make a brokerage account. And then after that, just deposit $100. That's it. And you'll get 2 free stocks worth up to $1,400. I personally use Webull myself. I don't show anything on this channel that I don't personally use. And I do really like the brokerage as well. So make sure to do so if you haven't already. Now, if we look at what the Q2 earnings could possibly be, if you guys didn't hear, Elon Musk essentially actually told like his employees to work harder because they could potentially break even, and that is very promising because obviously with corona everything is like been completely messed up. Like I think the average car like manufacturer, they lost like 60% at least, like in terms of their sales. Like car sales are down at least 60% all around. And Tesla actually making a profit, which they could have barely made a profit before Corona. So if they can make a profit or break even now, that's actually really crazy. And that just shows the longevity of this. And if anything, this Corona is actually helping Tesla stock, which I guess is why it's actually above where it was before COVID. So that is crazy. That is actually pretty crazy. Now, if we actually look at like if you want to get a Tesla Model 3, you have to wait like 8 to 12 weeks. But one thing that I saw that's pretty interesting, if you go to Model Y, I don't know if this is not accurate or whatever, you only have to wait 4 to 8 weeks for a Model Y. That's really good. Because when Model 3s first came out, you had to wait at least a month or two. Like okay, well this is a month or two, but you had to wait like a few months, and that was a while after Model 3 came out. But while Model Y just barely coming out, and 1 to 2 months is not bad, especially now when everything's down a lot. So that's definitely promising as well. Basically there isn't much news other than people are obviously expecting good earnings. Obviously they might get into the S&P 500 if they do break even or break a profit. So obviously that just means that, let's say anyone buys an ETF, for example. If you buy an S&P 500 ETF, a small portion of that is going to be in Tesla. And since Tesla is a pretty big market cap, it may make up a small portion, but definitely a good amount of portions. So like your $310, like I don't know, like $5 will go into buying Tesla stock. So out of this 120 million volume of today, or the average volume of 112 million, for example, some of that volume will go into Tesla stock because they do track the S&P. So they might get into the S&P 500. If now this is one thing I saw. I'm in the LA area right now, and I just wanted to compare like how many cars are actually people are wanting to sell. So what I did was I went to the 500-mile radius, which is about like 8 hour drive around. So like an 8 hour drive radius around me. I'm in the LA area, Los Angeles area. If you go to like all the Model 3, so from 2017 to 2020, 2020. There's only 257 available right now, right? In an 8 mile radius. And think about that. They might deliver 500,000 vehicles just this year. Obviously, probably like what, half of them are Model 3s. Or 88,000 the first quarter, and like I would say half or most of them are Model 3s. 60K are probably Model 3s, 50K. Out of all of that, you're looking at only 257 being like literally available and for sale. And I think a lot of these are salvaged. So like if you don't look at the salvaged ones right here, these are like starting to be non-salvaged. They're actually like, obviously you guys know they retain their value really, really well because of the demand. So that just shows how much demand there is for these cars, despite everything that's going on. You would think people are selling them because they need money, right? Just for comparison, I pulled up a 3 Series BMW, which is about the same kind of car, just obviously just a BMW, and it's a lot different, obviously. But in terms of like who it appeals to, I would say it's kind of around the same type of sedan. A lot of people do compare it like that. So to be fair, I made it from 2017 because I'm not gonna go from all the way to the 1980s. So to be fair, I went from 2017 to 2021, and I did used. 500-mile radius. There's 1,400 vehicles around. That is a lot. Like that is a lot of vehicles. And just remember, that's only 4 years of BMW. So it's actually pretty like it's a pretty good comparison here. There's over like a 6x inventory for these cars. And I don't think BMW manufactures that many cars compared to Tesla right now, at least. So that is pretty crazy. And a lot of 2020 BMWs right now are like they're discounting them right off the bat. So like you can get for like 38,000 like basically a brand new one. That is really cheap. I think it is at least. But for a brand new one, they go for at least 40s, 50s. Especially with these packages. So they're already discounting them right off the bat. That just shows demand right now. So yeah, that is pretty crazy. I personally, this is just my Robinhood account. I only have 2 shares on my small Robinhood account here. I'm up like is it like 50% on this? I think I bought them pretty late on this one, but the average cost of 700. That is a great cost basis right there. So if we look at basically, all right. So actually, one last thing I want to talk about is should you guys buy into this stock right now? Obviously, in my opinion, I think it's gonna hit $2,000-$3,000 in the next 3 to 5 years at least. So I'm not selling them. I'm personally, I don't know, man. I just cannot buy at this price point right now. If I do buy, it's gonna be like locked up, and I'm not gonna sell it till I like retire or something like that. So, like, if I do buy it, I'm gonna be keeping it for a while. But I just can't see myself buying it at this price point. I mean, I do think there should be a dip eventually, but man, you just never know. I feel like you cannot time Tesla stock. That's for sure. I know some of my family members bought in and they sold out back in the 300s. So like it's really hard to time in and out of Tesla stock. I don't think I've ever tried it, but I've made some good gains just holding it. So if you wanna like if you don't have any, you wanna just get into it. Like you might buy a few shares and like that's it. Like I wouldn't buy crazy amount of shares and I would just like buy some and hold it. And then maybe if it dips, then you can buy some more. But I wouldn't go in at all, like too much into Tesla right now. But I mean, that's just me looking at that I already purchased a good amount. Now, once earnings comes out, like during the earnings call, I think I'm gonna be live streaming it on this channel. Like gonna have a live stream on this channel about the earnings call. I don't know if my voice will be over. Maybe I'll be talking here now and then. But I'm gonna be like actually reacting and looking at the earnings call and maybe looking at the Tesla price chart and seeing everything that's going on live. So if you guys think that's interesting, make sure to subscribe to this channel. And yeah, that is pretty much it for this video. Now, I'm gonna be trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. You guys know I'm trying to actually hit 1,000 subscribers. So if any of you guys can help me reach that goal, that'd be really appreciated. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.